Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing the pattern review for the Karri top by Mood Fabrics. Here's my Karri top. We're gonna go through and talk about everything, my likes, my dislikes, things that I would change, things I would change in the future if I ever made it again. So let's get started. The Karri top is a top that is a part of the Mood Fabric collection. I would tell anybody that one of the reasons why I love Mood patterns is one, they're free. That is always a big one if we can find free patterns. And then two, they do present diversity in their sizing. And people like me, I'm a plus size girl. I need to be able to find patterns that I'm not doing 50, 100,000 adjustments to because I need it to be the right size. So I made this pattern as a part of my collection, and I have to say I'm happy with the result. So the fabric I use actually is from Mood. I use the True Teal Just Because fabric. I use 2.5 yards for this particular pattern. I will tell you that this fabric, and here's the fabric here, there is some fabric. Last time I checked, I think it was last week, there was still some of this fabric left in the Mood store. I love this fabric. It's lightweight, it's breathable. It's something that I will wear when I'm going out in the field for my work. It's something that I can wear to church. It's nothing that's too bright, but it still gives me something where I can stand out. And listen, who doesn't want something that they can stand out in? So it's one of the reasons why I particularly like this fabric. Now, the pattern itself calls for 2 yards of fabric. I will tell you my experience with this particular pattern, you're going to need more. One of the reasons why you're going to need more is the sleeve on this pattern is big, okay? It's wide. You're going to need more fabric to be able to accommodate for the sleeve, but not only to accommodate for the sleeve, you're going to need the fabric to be able to accommodate for the peplum that is on the bottom of the shirt, okay? I also will advise anyone to get a piece of fabric, whatever fabric you choose, but it needs to be something that is wide width. And the reason for that is if you're trying to put this sleeve on your fabric that is like 45 in width or 44 in width, it will not work. My particular fabric, I want to say was like 56, 54 and the width size, and it still was a struggle where I had to turn my sleeve against the grain to be able to accommodate for the sleeve to make sure I didn't have to buy any more fabric and everything worked. I actually used all of my 2.5 yards of fabric for this particular pattern. So just to let you know, if you are a bigger size or you're going to need more fabric to accommodate for the sleeve and the peplum. So let's get into the pattern details. As you can see from this picture, this particular garment is a beautiful, beautiful garment. I love the sleeves, okay? So one, you have these wonderful sleeves. I think they're called tulip sleeves, if I'm correct. And that's just one of the details it has on there. It also has the peplum that is attached to the waist, and it has a belt to help cinch that peplum in. And I will tell you that once I made my mock-up, I didn't even take a picture of my mock-up. That's how bad it was. You guys know I take pictures of my mock-up. This particular mock-up, I was like, I'm not wearing this. It is ugly. I don't want to do it because I didn't put the belt on there. I felt like I was wearing just like a big sackcloth, and who feels beautiful on that? Once I put that belt on there, it brought my waist in, and I could actually see the value in this particular pattern. One of the things that I think is important for this pattern is that you decide what you are going to do as far as the type of fabric that you use. I particularly use a cotton fabric. I do want to see what this pattern would do if it's a more like a silkier pattern, a silkier fabric, or even a cotton knit, like if it's a heavier cotton knit fabric, to see how it drapes and how it would do with the peplum. This pattern also calls for French seams. If you look at any of Mood's patterns, you will see sometimes it calls for French seams. I did a previous pattern that had French seams, and I did a little mini tutorial on that. I will let you know I did not do French seams for this pattern. If it was more of a delicate fabric, I would have taken the time to do French seams on it, but I'm like, why? I'm the only one who's gonna see it. I know you do it for yourself. This is cotton. We just gonna sew this up, sewed it up to sew the seams, and I put it through my serger, and this is the inside of it. I'm quite content with it. I'm not mad at it. I think at the end of the day, if you want to do French seams on there, I think it's a beautiful effect, you know, to your fabric, but I didn't care that much. Another thing that it has a keyhole in the back, right? This keyhole is like, it doesn't have a zipper. It has the keyhole in the back. It doesn't go down far, but the keyhole is put together by a hook and an eye. So if you decide you want to do something different, you definitely can. You can do a button. There's multiple ways you can try to jazzy up your particular pattern, but I decided just to do the hook and eye because I thought it would be easier. Let's talk about sizing. So with Mood Fabrics, this particular pattern goes up to a size 30. And I used the size 28. Like I said, I'm a big girl, especially around the breast area. And it fit. I didn't have any problems with the sizing. I did go down some when it came to my hips, but for the most part, I didn't do a lot of changes to the sizing. I didn't even have to do changing to the sizing for my sleeve. So right there, it tells me for the most part that the pattern is true to size, and you just have to look and see what particular size would work for you. Let's talk about my likes and my dislikes of this pattern, okay? So my likes of the pattern is the peplum. I love a peplum. Put peplum on anything and I wear it, probably except for the skirt. I have not gotten to the skirts that has like the peplum on the bottom, but I am trying a new pattern that I got from one of, I can't even remember her name. It's someone on Instagram. She came out with a new pattern and I bought it, and I'm gonna try it. It does have like a peplum on the bottom of the skirt, and we're gonna see if I like it. But other than that, I love peplum. Peplum, baby, peplum, 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 peplum. I love it. Okay, guys, I love peplums. So what I did for this particular pattern, I actually increased the size of my peplum. The original, I think I increased it about 3 inches to be longer, just to give me a little bit of more coverage. So like I said, if I wear it to church or I wear it to a home visit or into the office, I just wanted to make sure that it gave me a little coverage on the butt. I ain't got much, but that, you know, I ain't want nothing sticking out. But I love it. I love the peplum. The peplum made me feel nah. I just can't believe I did that. But guys, that's how I felt. When I put it on, I said, hey, the waist of it. So, and I think this is because like there's no, how do I say this? There's no like zipper, or the buttons doesn't go all the way down. And maybe that's the reason why the waist is a little wide in this pattern. I wish I would have brought in my waist some so that I didn't have to depend on the shirt to give me definition, but putting on the belt cinched that in and it gave me definition. I don't have like a real waistline because I got fat everywhere, but saying that, I do want some type of definition to my waistline if I'm wearing something like this, and the belt definitely helped out with that. I would say without the belt, I personally would not wear it. Now, my problem with the pattern, it was the sleeves. And guys, you know me. If you know me, you know I love a good sleeve. I will wear a sleeve that has volume for days. I didn't like the sleeve. I did not, and I don't know why. Maybe this is the first time that I have made this particular sleeve, and that could be the reason why. But I wasn't a fan of the sleeve. I was this close to saying, forget the sleeve. I'm just going to put in a regular sleeve and we would have been done. But I wanted to do the pattern to have this sleeve, to have this statement. One of the things that I said in my sew along of this shirt is to make sure you are transferring your notches to your fabric. And I cannot stress to you how important this is. One of the mistakes I made when I made my mock-up was that I don't know what happened. I don't know if I didn't transfer the pattern notches for the sleeve correctly. It wasn't sitting right. So I had already made up in my mind that I was going to move the overlap of the sleeve, and I'll show you what I'm talking about here. I was going to move the overlap of the sleeve up 7 inches. Well, when I went to go do that on the regular pattern, it was right where it was supposed to be. So I think it's me and not Mood, but this particular sleeve gave me such trouble that I hated the sleeve. I'm glad I did it because it turned out beautiful, but I hated the sleeve, and I'm like, I'm never making this kind of sleeve again. I'm probably lying to myself because I'm going to see another style. I'm like, oh my gosh, you're so cute. I'm going to make the sleeve. And then I'm going to tell myself again, once I'm making the sleeve, that I hate the sleeve. It was the overlap for me. It just did not work. The instructions are located on Mood's site. So you can find the instructions for it. And really, it's a basic bodice. The bodice has darts in it. The back has no darts. You have your keyhole. The keyhole is easy to make. Your finishes for your garment, for my neck and my sleeves, I used the bias tape that was a little off color for my pattern, for my particular fabric. My original plan was to make my own bias tape. That's one of the reasons why I chose this particular pattern, but I didn't have enough fabric to make the bias tape. So I had to go out and buy bias tape and could not find the color to match. So I got something that was a little off kilter, but I mean, the instructions was fine. Like we were able to go through the instructions, except when it came to the sleeves. I don't know. For me, the instructions were not clear enough to help me understand what I'm supposed to be doing with the sleeves. I had to go to the University of YouTube and put in tulip sleeves, and I was able to find the information I needed to overlap. And once I did, I was like, you're stupid. This should have been easy, but it took me, I want to say like an hour and a half trying to figure out these stupid sleeves. Don't be like me, people. Like, I know you guys do better than me. I know you do. I know you do. You don't have to tell me. But these sleeves, guys, these sleeves gave me a heart attack. But it turned out cute. Like I kind of like the sleeves. Other than that, for the instructions on Mood, it was easy enough. Like I said, it's a basic shirt. Add your peplum, add the sleeves, your hem, and you're done. So instructions, yeah, for the most part, it'll get you there. I guess the biggest question is, would I make this again? No, I would not. No. I even, so when I got ready to do, like, make the shirt, I made my mock-up, and in my brain, I was like, I am going to make 2 of these. I also got my Mimi G new iron, and I'm going to post a video on that, a short on that very soon, of me opening my iron, and I just wanted to use the iron. So even for this material, don't laugh, I'm serious, guys. I went iron crazy. I actually ironed my fabric for this for this project. I don't iron my fabric, okay? I don't care if it's wrinkled while I'm making it. You should care, okay? Let me be a good sewist and tell you, you should care if the fabric is wrinkled, because it will, you know, it's not going to match up how you want to match up. So you take that time to iron it ahead of time, or throw it in the dryer to get out the wrinkles. If it's, you can throw it in the dryer. It's really good for you. But me, I don't be having time for that. Like sometimes I wash my fabric way ahead and it folds up, and by the time I get to it, it's wrinkled. It is what it is. But I wanted to play with my iron, so I did iron it, and I ironed a second fabric to go with it. But that particular fabric has the 45 width, and yeah, no, we couldn't use it. So I particularly, even though I liked this picture. So this is a picture that Mood used for theirs, and this is mine. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and put mine up there. I'm proud that I made it. I don't know if I make it again. I love the end look of it. I just didn't enjoy making it. But you do need to make things that's going to challenge you as a sewer. So I think this is a good beginner's pattern if you're trying to learn a new skill. The sleeve and the dart and the peplum definitely are going to be something that gives you a little challenge. And plus there's a keyhole. So there's a lot of things that, you know, you can say, hey, I did a keyhole. You know, I use tulip sleeves, and I did this. I use a peplum. If you're a beginner, it's a great pattern to be able to get you over the hump of putting some more skills in your tool belt. But me personally, I ain't gonna make it again. I'm good. I know, guys. I always want to be positive, but I won't make it again. But I do encourage you to at least make it once. I think it is, like I said, ending pattern. Love it. Great job. I'm like, hooray. But yes, I wouldn't. It's not something I would make again. So that is my pattern review for the Karri top. I'm going to show you guys a few pictures that I that I played around with wearing this top. So we did it. Won't do it again, but it's cute. I don't know what to tell you. Thank you so much. If you got to the end of this video, I am sorry this video went left, but I'm glad that you stayed for the end of the video. I can't wait to hear you guys' comments. Give me your thoughts on this top. Let me know if you're going to make it. Let me know if you have any changes that you're going to make to it. Or if you're like me and like, nah, I'm a pass. All right, guys, have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you soon. Bye.